Because if it harms them, it's not a real crime. You have the right to face your accuser, correct?
Correct.
So if there's not a victim on the case, it's not a real crime.
Right.
So child support is not a real crime. The witness against you is literally the attorney. And during Trinzi versus Pagliaro, and a plaintiff for a witness cannot enter evidence. They're either an attorney or a witness.
Right. And see, the thing is also with you saying that child support, also the complaint, there's no injured party.
Well, the child is the injured party.
They say that, but they can't prove.
Right.
What's the word, man? We at Hit House Chicago, man, 773 DBTV, and today we got a really dope interview. Honestly, this is going to be an interview I'm probably going to remember for the rest of my life. For the sole reason of the way that I got in tune with you was just crazy. I can't say it was a coincidence, bro. It's like it has to be God. But for the people that don't know who Don Kilam is, can you please let the people know who you are?
Well, I got in the game through music, first of all. A lot of people don't know that, but my best works are books. Best-selling author. I've written over 100 books. And shit, I've been in the game now, just making a major statement, just teaching everybody that the name is the business. Yeah. Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman, I'm a business.
Right, right.
But Chicago to me is Mecca.
Okay.
So Michael Jordan.
Why do you say that?
Well, I come in through the Moors. I don't want to get too religious, but I don't know if you're familiar with Moors. Yeah. So that's how I learned about nationality. I was fighting a federal case, counterfeiting money when I was younger. And I became a Moor, and I got myself out the situation. Yeah.
Before we dive into actually like what you've done, though, I kind of want the people to get to know who you were before you got there, because when I did a little research on you, I was like, man, you posted a picture, you were homeless, bro.
Oh, yeah,
and I can relate to that, and I'm sure a lot of people that are watching can relate to that. You know, so can we touch a little bit on who you were before all of the knowledge and education?
I got you. So the reason why I even recorded it, because I'm a Virgo. I don't know if you're into that stuff, but I'm very big on pride. I do sales. We're big on pride, being prideful, and I did not feel proud of myself as a man being homeless under a bridge. Like, I got 4 children at this time, and I'm homeless.
And what year was this?
This was 2000 and I want to say 17.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm in Philadelphia. I lost a job because I stood up standing the truth. They was doing some illegal shit. So I asked them about it, found out they was mob related. I was door-to-door sales, doing some stuff. I tried to get another job. I didn't know they was business partners. And I ran my mouth and was like, hey, this is what they're doing. Get me out the situation.
This is pandemic going on. We got snitch epidemic going on, but go ahead.
What? I didn't know they was business partners.
Oh,
they were like, pack your shit. And I was in Philadelphia for 2 days, man, under a bridge, big ass rats.
Wow.
Everything thugging, man. That shit was horrible. I was going to McDonald's to charge my phone up.
Where was your family at this time?
They're back home, but they wasn't fucking with me. They thought I was crazy because I'm spitting the knowledge I'm spitting now.
Yeah, you're the black sheep.
Yeah, I'm spitting the knowledge I'm spitting now, but I didn't have shit, so ain't nobody gonna listen.
Of course. Yeah, so that I feel like I could relate to that shit, because I know when I'm diving into my child support journey and I'm telling people like, no, you guys got to really look at your laws and the Constitution. Like, there's a lot of stuff in there that they're doing is extrinsic fraud, and people are looking at me like if I'm talking Chinese, bro. Like,
so before I even knew what I knew now, I already won in court. I've been doing law things. Like, I have a law degree now.
What?
I have a law degree.
Wow.
Yeah.
Salute.
But in and out of prison, I've always been like that jailhouse lawyer. But I got myself out of child support, and then one child support case was paying $1 a month. So all my first wins was with child support.
That's crazy.
$1 a month. I paid her up for 2 years. Baby mama ain't fucking me since. Paid her up 2 years.
Okay, but explain though, how though? That's crazy, bro.
Read the law, but no, just understand. People don't understand. But I'm gonna take it even deeper to you. What I understand now, before I talk about that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: a parent is a parent who rents.
Right, you're renting your kid.
Child is property of a corporation.
Yeah.
So when you get a birth certificate, it's the law. I was just talking about it today. U.S. citizen means United States business. So anytime you say you're a citizen, that makes you property of the United States government.
Wow. But if you don't say United States citizen, in my paperwork, I put state citizen of Illinois on Illinois
I wouldn't even
soil.
put citizen. How about
No.
you just put you're an Illinoisian?
Yeah, Illinoisian is crazy.
Illinoisian, that's it. Because you gotta understand, when you're a national, that means you gave an oath of allegiance to your country or your state. Your state is your country. America is a continent.
Right.
The United States is a corporation.
Right. It's a business.
Yeah. So when you're there's only one race, it's the human race. So the importance is nationality here. Nationality is the order at the end of any day.
Right.
So Texans come from Texas. When you look up Hawaii, it used to be a kingdom. They're Hawaiians.
Right.
Alaskans or from Alaska. That's anywhere. Chinese come from China. So we was just talking with somebody on the way here. My driver is from Morocco. You think he told me he was African? Because Morocco's in Africa, right?
No,
so Africa is a continent.
Right.
I don't know any tribe. Ain't nobody from Kenya said I'm African.
Wow.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just it's how they program you in the public education. We got informed families, we got uninformed families. And I came across the Moors and just started getting enlightened. Got around the real ones.
So before we dive into how you beat it and all of that, I kind of want to take a couple steps back, because one of the things that I know is that, like, where did the child support start? Did it start in the Great Depression? Is that what it was?
Well, yeah, it started in that era.
Because there's Title 4A and then there's Title 4D.
So child support is fried. That's my homies.
Yeah,
shout out to Lionel. He's on my new show too coming out, but he's more in depth with that. But yeah, Title 4D is what they had you under, right?
Right.
With child support. So yeah, it comes under the Social Security Act. Right. Now I'm familiar with the Social Security Act because that's when they started issuing Social Security numbers. So that's a public trust. So child support is under the Social Security Act. If you heard of Amish people,
I mean, I heard of them, but I don't know.
You think Jebediah is paying child support?
So how does that work, though?
Because he doesn't use a Social Security number. That's a public trust number.
So you don't have to use your Social Security number?
No,
but they make it seem like you have to.
Who makes it seem like that? Depends on who you're around.
You go to Best Buy or you go to get a car, or they want your social.
So that's the importance of, they do the misdoctrination about credit profile numbers and things like that. But I like to work under the business. Everything's a business, and we use EIN numbers with no Social Security number attached.
Okay.
You can't get an EIN number with no Social Security number attached. You either got to fax it in or call it in. And then we got registered agents who can get them for you as well, without attaching your social.
And you help people with that as well?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, dope. So one of the things that that I wanted to touch on was that I feel like back in the day, it was important to raise your kids, informing them how to go against the government, not in court, learn the law. But now they took our kids and they put them in CPS, and they kind of washed everything down. And now even our history is wrong. Is that? Do you agree with that? Or
I agree with that. Because you got to understand, when you hear the word public, when you hear public defender, that's a government issued defender, right?
Right.
When you hear public housing,
right? You don't want.
So there's a public sector and there's a private sector. You can Google these things. Private sector is the part of the economy that the government does not control. Private families created the United States Constitution, correct?
Right.
So when you Google, let me just show you a Google.
That's insane, bro.
Look.
I'd never even, you wouldn't think to put public, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got it, man. He's dropping some gems.
So that's why they got private school and they got public school.
Okay.
So ask Google, is family law private law? What's it say?
Is family law private law? Yes.
So is the Amish a family?
Yeah.
Okay, the Mormons are a family?
Yeah.
That's why they don't go to jail. They're under family law. So what family are you under?
Okay, so your last name is that the business, or like how does that work?
So you can make the last name the business, like the Trumps.
Right.
That's a business. That's why I said Michael Jordan is a business.
Right.
Shout out to my people, because I'm connected to R. Kelly and them too. Like, I don't know R. Kelly enough, but R. Kelly started my homie's rap career, Gotti, my homie Gotti, who signed the Cash Money Records. And I know R. Kelly's ex-wife, Drea Kelly. But R. Kelly, that's his name, right? That's the business. So they own his likeness and business. They own everything that's attached to his name. The record label.
What?
Think about it. Record labels are just like governments. Governments keep what? Records of you.
Right.
Your likeness, your image, the digital footprint, the paper trail of you.
Wow, you just blew my mind. So like labels is operating what you create, right? Where the government's creating you.
Because you went to court, right?
Yeah.
Was it on the record?
No.
What I'm saying.
Well, they're supposed to be, but they're not, they don't.
But if I go to court and stuff like that, it's on the record.
Yeah.
You can get docket sheets, right?
Not in child support court?
Well, you should.
No, they don't. Bro, I swear to God, bro. I was going to bring that up. Bro, they have hearings. Two of my hearings.
I showed you mine. It's off the record, but they show it was closed.
Right. So, but you make, how do you make your name a business? So basically, because you touched on that in this book.
Yeah, make your name a business. I start off, so it's tricky now.
Yeah.
Because there's something called an alter ego doctrine. So there's more to it than just making your name a business. You want to have a holding company or a family trust. So the greats do this, okay? Think about Steph Curry or somebody like this, somebody famous. They got the Steph Curry Foundation.
Right.
So how I discovered this was actually studying Warren Buffett. Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation. That's his wife's name. Yeah. Even after her death, it's still taking care of their family.
Wow.
Because it's tax-free. Mark Zuckerberg does this. Wow. He has his own family foundation. These are family churches. When you go to the court and you see the judge, ain't they wearing a robe?
Yeah.
Because he's a high priest.
What?
In God we trust. That's the name of their trust. If I pull out money right now, it's going to say In God we trust, right?
Right.
That's the name of their family trust. The In God we. These are promissory notes being drawn off the trust because the Social Security number is a trust.
Right.
You can look it up. Who owns the U.S. national debt?
So basically, the United States is doing what we can do.
Correct.
Personally.
Because they do it for the public and uninformed families because it's general welfare for the public. If you don't have your family established, then they can't interfere. The government can't interfere with family law and they can't interfere with private contracts.
Right. But you can't get government assistance if you're on those private.
Correct. Because government assistance is for poor people.
Right.
You are not a private family because private families create the government.
No, keep going. My bad.
So you got to understand, private families create the government. So say you donate to a hospital, your family trust donates $100 a month to a hospital, your local hospital. They're not going to treat you as they would a public somebody because you're a private family that invested in this hospital.
So they damn near treat you better.
It's called private practice versus public practice.
Wow.
So that's why we deal with private attorneys.
Uh-huh.
I don't deal with public attorneys at all. I don't deal with codes and statutes. Statutes are for the public, for a public entity.
When you're talking about codes and statutes, are you referring to like 18 USC and?
Yeah, correct. Okay. So I do respect the federal codes and statutes, but not like city ordinances, state statutes, because if it harms them, it's not a real crime. You have the right to face your accuser, correct?
Correct.
So if there's not a victim on the case, it's not a real crime. Right. So child support is not a real crime. The witness against you is literally the attorney. And during Trinity versus Pagliaro, a plaintiff for a witness cannot enter evidence. They're either an attorney or a witness.
Right. And see, the thing is also with you saying that child support, also the complaint, there's no injured party.
But the child is the injured party.
They say but they can't prove that you neglecting the child is the reason why they're.
With the birth certificate is property of the government. The government is the father now.
Wow.
That's how they look at it, because that's why they say a per son. That's one son.
Yeah.
You get it? It's a compound word, per son. You can only be saved through the father. This is why they like to leave fathers off the birth certificate.
Why? Wait. Because they're taking that ownership.
Yes. Because you got to understand, the Constitution is for we the people, right?
Yeah.
Only a person can be tried in court, not a people.
Right. Because a person's actually a entity.
Yeah, a persona.
We think person is like
alter ego.
Us, but that's not a person.
No.
Yeah.
Correct. It's alter. So when you say you're black or white, anyways, you give away that right of being a people. Mm-hmm. Because black or white's an adjective. Your shirt's black, right? Shirt's the noun, black's the adjective. It describes the noun. That makes sense?
Hold on. Slow down.
Black shirt.
Yeah.
So if I said I'm black in court, I'm an adjective.
Right.
I'm not a person, place,
thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they need nationality.
Color, it's called color of law. A semblance to something that's real is not. So anytime you see the gold fringe around the flag, that's color of law.
Okay.
That means they have statutory jurisdiction if you say you're black or white. Mm-hmm. You say you're a color. So
my bad, bro, because you're dropping a lot.
You're good. It's all
my bad. Hey, y'all, I forgot to say, this is the book that he wrote that was gifted to me, and how I ended up finding out about him. I didn't even get to say that in the beginning. I looked him up on Instagram, seen he was on live, told him I'm in Chicago. He said he's in Chicago, and this just happened. That's why I'm never going to forget this. But anyways, so one of the things about child support that I learned that I thought was crazy as fuck, and people do not understand when I say this, is that there are a bunch of people in costumes.
Yes.
And the reason why I say that is because when you read the contract that child support Title 4D has with those with the court, they basically are independent contractors.
Correct.
In the same clothing. Can we talk a little bit about that? Because that's something like I borderline know, but
so how I look at it like this is the reason why I know a lot of these things is because I hang out with Freemasons. I'm not a Freemason. Well, I guess everybody. If you went to a public education, if you have a public education, the first degree, everybody is introduced to Masonry. Mm-hmm. What they do. So I want you to know, if you look up the word diplume, that means to deprive a bird of feathers or to strip you of honors. So that's why they put the square on your head, because knowledge is rounded. So now you live in a box. Your phone's a box. Your TV's a box. The book's a box. Your street's a box. Your zip code's a box. You live inside the box. They control anything within those borders. These are invisible lines, because demographics is the graph of demons, right? Can you prove that Illinois exists? Is there a land deed for Illinois? You've never seen one on the record. No. So it's just, you believe it. You make Illinois real when you go in and say you believe in these things and play the game.
So that's the Matrix.
It is the Matrix.
Yeah, that's the Matrix.
So it's always, so when you say you make a child support payment, you make one with a check and trace where it goes back. It always goes back to a private judge association, 508c1a, ministry trust in Puerto Rico. If you trace this back, it'll get rid of all of it, because it's a ministry. It's a private brotherhood. So
basically, we're not paying what we think we're paying.
No, you're paying a private trust.
Damn. Well, because Blessing versus Freestone talks about how the child support's in the best interest of the state, not the people. Yeah,
Correct.
Not the child. Yeah.
So you got to understand that Social Security is a trust.
Right.
So these are laws of the trust, because you got to understand that when you understand trust law, when I'm using the social and the public. I can be taxed at different rates anywhere I go. So the law is changing any jurisdiction I go in.
What the fuck? Yeah.
If I'm under a private trust or ministry, it don't work like that. I'm tax exempt.
Tax exempt.
I'm outside the scopes of anywhere.
So this doesn't even have to do with just child support. This has to do
deeper.
with just
taxes. This is life, period.
Taxes.
Yeah.
So I don't have to pay taxes no more if I did.
I can't really say that, but becoming tax exempt and learning tax avoidance versus tax evasion.
Yeah. When's the last time you paid taxes, bro?
I'm not a person that's liable.
I gotta know. The people want to know. You spending that shit, bro.
Tax exempt.
When's the last time you paid taxes,
we
bro?
Tax exempt. And if we do pay taxes, we get them back.
Right.
You know, there's certain forms you can look up. You know, I'm not gonna get too deep, but Form 4852, you can get taxes back.
You put the forms on here, bro.
Not with that, but that's for bonds and stuff, because people don't know that every court case is bonded.
Okay.
So if you fill out GSA bonds on every court case, you can get, because people, how is court being paid for? Because you said you understood your charge.
Right.
So they're charging your Social Security trust to pay for the courts.
So we're implying consent.
Yes, you're the beneficiary and they're the trustee. Then they switch roles.
Yeah.
When the funds come in, they become the beneficiary and send you to jail, and you become the trustee. You ever heard of trustees in jail?
No.
Or you ever had a prison phone call? Put money on an offender's trust account.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Commissary comes from a trust account.
What?
How I started learning about these trust accounts was when I had to prove that I wasn't making any money when I was in prison. And that's how I got my my child support dropped to $1 a month.
Okay.
I proved I had to get, they needed to see records. So I asked for records, and they put offender's commissary trust account on the paperwork. That's when I started studying trust. Okay. When you look up real law, when you start studying real law, you're under admiralty and maritime. So it's always contracts.
What's maritime law? And because I don't know if it was you that I seen post about it, but yeah, I think it was. You had like some AI commercial, and hey, this dude's promo game is crazy. But fucking it was like you were talking about how the dealership, relationship, all the ships, like how does that have to do with maritime or? So
I look at it like this: you're looking to create your private sea.
Like my private water.
Private.
Are you talking about sea as in water?
Private sea. Say it all together.
Private.
Private sea. So you're looking to create your private sea.
This is too much for me. Go ahead.
We
don't hear about this shit in the hood, bro.
So when you look up what the word birth is on a ship. So when you're birthed in commerce, and then you got a docked oar. The oar is what moves the boat, and then you're on the dock.
Oh my God.
So what they're after?
You're playing with words.
So look, the first contract is the contraction. She broke the water, and now they know they have property. So when you get this birth certificate, all a birth certificate is proof of ownership.
A contract between the baby and the
contract between the mother and the state. The mother is selling this as new property to the state.
Oh my God.
Now I can prove who your maker is with this birth certificate.
So hold on.
Let me cut you off. I ain't trying to cut you off. Listen, let me finish this.
Go ahead.
The Bible says, do not make a covenant outside your God. The first thing you do is sell your baby to the state.
Yeah.
Because this is how they prove who the maker is. You can use tribal IDs, you can use tribal birth certificates, you can use patterns of nativity, family Bibles. You do not have to use a birth certificate.
When you say family Bibles, what do you mean, bro?
It's just like a family diary.
Right.
All the Bible is history of your lineage.
We're not creating a religion,
like a Bible
but it is a religion, kind of.
Yeah, so this is your creation story. How did your family start? Because you think it's just Jesus, because that's the part of the family you choose to be part of. The Christian family.
Bro.
We got the Catholics, we got the Mormons, we got the Amish, we got the Moors, we got the Sunni Muslims. These is all different families.
Wow.
I did that shit, didn't I?
Oh my God, bro. I don't even know what the fuck to say, bro. No, but that's insane.
All rights reserved. That's what you say.
Because they basically they using the blueprint on us.
That's it. But ignorance is no excuse to the law.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Goddamn right. Oh my God.
They tell you, you swear on the Bible, right? You just cursed your God.
Put yourself into their.
You can curse God.
But that's how they get you in jurisdiction, because that's one of the things they did to me. That was the first thing they did. They never asked me to swear in. As soon as they started reading my paperwork, they tried to get me to swear in, and I was like, I'm not here.
Hey, look, I'm not even. As soon as you cross the bar, you're in their jurisdiction because you just entered their ship.
Right.
The laws of the land are what the flag that's being placed behind them. So that's not the Republic flag. If it has gold fringe on it, that belongs to England. It belongs to the king. Yeah. Because you got to understand, America was founded on not paying taxes, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're paying taxes, you're not American. You're a U.S. citizen. Yeah, but you're a slave. That's what modern day slavery Americans don't have to pay taxes. That's why Trump said, "Make America great again." But people don't want to claim. They don't understand what. They don't want to be American. They don't want to claim they're the republic of their state. Yeah. So we're in Illinois. Illinois is the true republic, but people don't know that.
But then why do they move the way they do? Because I feel like they use a lot of Illinois is like really big on like the statutory laws and like making money off.
But if you learn about the land trust, you'll learn how to operate correctly under trust law in Illinois.
So you need to learn how to operate in your state.
Yes, Illinois is. I help people do court cases here all the time. As long as they ain't got no victim, I don't help people with. I'm just keeping it 100. Gun charges. I even helped one dude who beat up his baby mama. I usually don't help people like that, but he had a big bag.
Yeah, we don't need that.
But if it has a victim, it's a real crime.
So I'm glad you touched on that. So gun cases, drug cases. So boom.
I don't really like to help people with conspiracy though.
We can't do the RICOs, right? We can't do the RICOs.
I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
You know, my platform, that's the kind of demographic on my platform.
Yeah, I'd rather not though. But if there's no victims on the case though, it's not a real crime. Right. All crimes are commercial. You can look this up. 72 CFR, 24 CFR 7211. 24 CFR 7211. All crimes are commercial. Wow. Marijuana, all of that. I've got all the cases in Illinois myself.
Where you? But you weren't born and raised here though.
I was born in Quincy, Illinois. Yeah.
Quincy, Illinois.
Yeah. Wow. They call that little Chicago.
That. Yeah. Okay. I've never been there.
Yeah. Shout out to Quincy.
How far is it?
About 3 hours, 4 hours. Yeah.
Okay, cool. With because we got a lot to do with the child support, but you also do other things though, like you're also helping people with credit.
Yes, make your name a business. Okay, that's where it starts. Make your name a business, and then have a holding company own your name, or a record label. A record label can be considered a holding company too, because they hold intellectual property. Mm-hmm. They're holding on to catalogs, masters. They own your essence. They own trademarks, things like that. That's all a holding company does.
And how would you create that? Like, is that just basically as if I created like Hit House Chicago? Yeah, just create it like that. But I like to use registered agents. A good one for free right here is Northwest Registered Agent. Just do a simple Google search, Northwest Registered Agent.
they're legit. They'll open you up. They charge a little bit, then you pay the filing fees. They'll open up the business for you right away. Do it like you want to do it. There's certain ways to open it to stay anonymous or to stay in the tax avoidance brackets, though. Like having I make my holding company the single member of my operating companies, and then I'm the manager of my holding company. Right. Or I might be a trustee of a family trust.
And you just put that in your operating agreement.
Yes. The operating agreement is the law. That's like your constitution of your LLC.
Right. Yeah. Yep. A lot of people don't know that. Man, I was operating my business without an operating agreement for a long time.
How I learned how to get an LLC is because I was on child support. Because you can't charge my LLC.
Yeah, 1099.
So I'm making them pay my LLC. Yeah. And that's how I'm getting paid. Yeah.
So, okay. I'm glad you said that, though, because they still do enforce it. And we'll spin off the child support after this. But like one of the things I was trying to figure out is why are they able to violate our rights, bro? Like the way they do it, you sit there, and I can only speak on what I've done. I walk in there, I say case law, I cite it all. I say I'm invoking my 14th Amendment right, 5th Amendment right. They not hearing that shit.
Okay, so first of all, you crossed the bars. When you're in their jurisdiction, you're dead to them. You're a person, persona. You got identity, status, and then standing. If you're identifying with a birth certificate, ID, or Social Security card, that is their property. That's their legal entity. They own that. Even if you have a regular LLC, stamp that they own that if it's not set up with a trust correctly.
Right.
So once they identify who you are, that shows what your standing is. And then that shows what you have rights for. Identity, status, and then standing. So the status shows who you are, then the standing shows what you have rights for.
But then how is it that they got things like the supremacy clause, where the Supreme Court is Howlett versus Rose. You can use those case laws in any
So when you're going into these courts, do they work for the Supreme Court? Or do they have a different boss? Because the Supreme Court did not create these. So you got to understand.
Right,
so under 28 U.S.C. 2002, subsection 2, what I was talking about earlier, court means any court created by Congress, excluding the United States tax court. So under federal law, these are all just tax courts. So you can't bring up Supreme Court cases in a tax jurisdiction, because in America, there's no such thing as taxes. These are United States citizens. They can do what they want because you're part of the United States corporation. It's like you work for them. And when you have a real job, you can get in trouble. You get fines, fees, stuff like that, or you can get fired. You get fired from your job, you go to jail, you still have to work.
So how would you, because Lionel used case law for his hearings, and a lot of other people, child support made simple.
So they listened to him. He was right. He was able to get that. So with me is you have to come at this as you cannot identify as that name. I'm here on behalf of the name.
Right.
Then they can hear you.
Impropria persona.
No, I don't use it. That's still a person, bro.
Oh,
think about what you just said. Impropria persona.
Person.
So the key word is sui juris.
Wow. Okay.
SUI space JURIS. That means your right to contract. Okay. Don't use pro se, because that's the prosecutor, right? Yeah. And improper persona, that means improper person. You're still a person.
So if you in my boat have came at it this way, and I'm going at it a bunch of different ways with what I've learned, but like, would I be able to change my status?
Yes, you can always recant everything. It's called nunc pro tunc. Right. Now for then. There's no such thing as time. It's always now, right? Right. So even when you're using their dates, you're under Roman law. Because how old is the earth? Billions of years old? So who decided 2025? Right. The Romans did. Who decided that today is Saturday? That means Saturn Day. The Romans did. Who decided that it's October right now? Oct means 8, by the way, right? Yeah, 8. 8th is the 10th month. So who decided that? Ain't that the Romans? August is Augustus Caesar. July is Julius Caesar. So I need you to understand, this is you're putting yourself under these jurisdictions.
What the fuck?
So you were saying, did you date your paperwork?
Why do you think they did that, bro?
Why do you think they did that? What you mean?
Why are they fucking our heads up, bro?
Why
they turned in the 10th month to the 8th month to the 8th month to the 10th month, bro?
You need to go enter, because God don't see none of that.
God seeing all
Hey, what I say, when you the light, you shine the light on the bad. I don't play those games, I play my own.
Right. Okay, yeah.
The Amish ain't counting 1 through 10.
What they counting to?
I don't know, I'm not Amish. But they getting money, though.
They getting bad money, Bro, but okay, so look, man, we got to talk about this, bro. Have you seen Ice, bro? Why are you laughing, bro?
What kind of question is this?
They took the tamale lady right here, bro.
I'm gone,
She's
man.
gone.
I'm leaving too. They was here. I gotta go.
No, okay, so but we gotta talk about.
Oh, there's
Ice.
fireworks.
So for real, bro. What? No. What do they have rights, bro?
Shit, they doing it. They better get the status corrected. That's all I'm saying. Look, so this is the ID I use right here. So I just want you to know I am foreign. I use a foreign ID. You better go play it.
No, bro, that look like a McLovin ID, bro.
No, that's Palau.
That's real.
Yeah, that's real.
I'm not gonna put it on the camera.
That's real, bro.
Bro, this has got the grill on.
You use it. You use the ID, don't you?
You got one of
I
these?
teach my students how to do this shit.
Yeah.
And I use the international driver's license.
That's dope. Yeah, so I don't want to put too much on the platform. Y'all know he's already educated. No, because they gotta pay for this shit, bro.
I feel you.
You a business, bro. You just told me you was a business, bro. So look, it's all love, but no. Okay, so with Ice though, bro, are they violating any rights? Because do they even have rights if they're illegal?
So if you're over here, you need to. There's different ways. We were just talking with some foreigners today. So there's different ways. You get a business, you can get a work visa, you can get a student visa. But there's, like I said, get a Palau ID. There's nothing stopping anybody from getting a Palau ID. And America has a treaty where they have to protect Palauians. I don't know if you've seen that.
Wait, what does that mean though?
You can change your nationality at any given second. It's against the law to not allow somebody to change their nationality.
Nationality? So I don't have to be Puerto Rican.
No. Puerto Rican is not even the real name. I ain't gonna try to get too deep.
Damn.
But Puerto Rican is
mad, bro.
I ain't trying to get too deep. Puerto Rico, that's called rich port. Puerto Rican means rich port, correct?
Is that
you got Tiano or something in you.
Right,
it means something deeper.
Right.
Yeah, come on, man. Takai. Come on, I hang out with you too. I hang out with everybody.
I changed. Okay, so boom. I crossed the border. I'm here. I could change my nationality.
You said you crossed the border. What border?
I'm not me.
If you're stateless, there is no borders. The Amish can go across any borders with no ID.
No.
They don't see borders. It's not part of their bylaws.
It doesn't even exist.
It does not exist.
So they could walk to Africa, go to Cuba.
Whoever the head nigga in charge is, you just have to sit down and have agreements with them.
Wow.
You fill out certain tax forms. Everything is taxes. Everything is taxes.
So when you go to cross the border, there's patrol and all that shit. How do you get past it? You show them your tax.
Change your race to human. That's what you need to do. Quit thinking you're a color.
Wow.
Ain't we all humans?
Right.
There's one race, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have an Earth certificate, you from somewhere else.
You got one.
Earth certificate?
I don't know what you're making shit up. I don't know what's real anymore.
I made that up. I don't
even know what's real anymore, bro. He's fucking my head.
I use baptismal certificate. Baptismal certificates work as identity.
What the fuck is that? I've never.
You have been baptized?
Yeah.
A church can give you a baptismal certificate,
right?
And you can use this to get a passport. You can use this as to do a lot of shit in commerce.
That's dope.
But it's the human declaration rights, the right to a nationality, and the right to change it. The right to a nationality is an essential human right, meaning everyone is entitled to have one, and no one should be arbitrarily deprived of it. So when you say you're black, you do not have a nationality. When you say you're white, you do not have a nationality. Puerto Rican is a nationality, but I would go back further than that because that is our term over here in America.
Yeah.
Don't y'all speak Spanish?
Yeah.
And you still say Puerto Rican?
I mean, what I don't understand.
Ain't that American term?
Right, yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
But even Puerto Ricans do that. That's just what we know.
Yeah, I know. I fuck with Puerto Rico.
That's crazy. What's your nationality, by the way? Well,
I say I'm Moroccan or I'm Choctaw. You know, we come from tribes too. If you go to the Bible, you're tribal people. So you can go all the way back. But on the public record, I'm a Kalamanite. I come from my last name. I got the Book of Kilam.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So
everything is fiction.
Your name.
Yes, there is a right to change your nationality as recognized by international human law, specifically in Article 15 of Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This right includes the ability not to be arbitrarily deprived of your current nationality or denied the right to change it.
Wow.
It's against the law.
So would you do that through the state?
Yes, you just do it. All it is paperwork because the government is not going to give you a form here. What's your nationality?
Right.
They're going to say, what's your race? So they know you don't know the game. They know you're ignorant.
Yeah, that's what they bank on.
Yes, that's what they bank on how you maneuver. So as in the private, we know we can only control what we create. So if we're filling out government forms, we're playing their game. We can give them a similar form with all their answers, but it's our form.
Right, they play by our rules.
Take this.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah.
No, that's real.
Because anything that you're doing, anyways, all the definitions, think about Daniel Webster. Using the Daniel Webster definition. Is that the same definition in court?
No.
So when you're using a Daniel Webster dictionary, you just use the copyrighted definition. And that's against the law as well. That's copyright infringement. Every family should have their own definition of words. That way, I don't understand and you don't understand. So boom, we can't even move forward. We can't even
talk to each other.
You can't even move forward.
Yeah. Wow.
So to keep it on child support,
I'm gonna change my life, bro.
Yeah, to keep it on child support.
Yeah.
Child support is only for the parent. It's not for the mother. It's not for the father. These are key words. These are called franchise words.
Yeah.
And then you always say that's your son or that's your daughter, never the child or the children.
Or offspring. That was what I was.
You can say offspring.
Yeah.
And then make your name a business, and then because you've heard of liens, right?
Right.
I would make my name lien their name on paper.
I think I seen you say something about like make your name the business and put them as a DBA.
Yeah. So because the government can't interfere with a private contract. If you know the names of businesses and you can prove that these businesses are within your reach, you can create documents that are not illegal. You cannot interfere with my private business now.
Right. Yeah.
Here's my proof. Where's yours? And then secondly, at the end of the day, keep asking for their license to practice law. There's no such thing. They have bar cards.
Right.
Where's your license to practice law? Put your delegation of authority before me. This is a court of record. Prove to me that you're a lawful judge. Prove to me that you're a lawful attorney. Prove to me you're a lawful prosecuting attorney. I can't just take your word for it. They will laugh. I got paperwork. They're laughing. How dare he question me to put my, I'm the district attorney and federal. This shit had me cracking up. And he got off the case and had the assistant get on the case.
He recused
and file the next one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. I'll show you, man. I got a student that I'm working on, man. It was deep. And I'm not even gonna lie. I used ChatGPT for some of this to put it together. And the affidavits was so cold. We always file everything as an affidavit too.
Yeah.
So, and then we label things as exhibits because if they don't put it on the record, that's tampering with evidence.
Yeah. One of the things I want to say while you go ahead and look that up is when you file affidavits, because somebody that was helping me didn't tell me all the way how to handle this. When you file affidavits, you do not need to file motions. You don't need to file judicial notices.
That's it.
They are by law. You can take a piece of paper off this book and write with crayon on there and sign it and put it under the penalty of perjury. And they're supposed to take that shit. And if they don't take it, that's a violation of the law, right?
That's it.
Right. No, because I went in there and when I first filed my affidavits, they were like, you got to put some motions with this. And they kind of fucked me up.
Yeah, I seen case law, they take it. But everything is fraud, man, out the gate.
Right, nonetheless, it's fraud.
Yeah, everything is fraud. But one of my favorite things to use is Trinity versus Pagliaro. Because they was railroading one of my students, man.
You looking it up right now?
I got his
his whole paper?
Yeah.
Hey, my boy, how much time we at the bottom? Does it say that at the bottom where you hit the record, it says 38. 38? Oh yeah, money, man.
Oh yeah, we good.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, he's showing me their reply. I'm looking at their replies. But yeah, man, every time he send me something, I don't help everybody with court cases. I only help a select few. But look, Trinity versus Pagliaro. An attorney for the plaintiff cannot admit evidence into the court. He is either an attorney or a witness. The Rooker-Feldman doctrine.
Right.
This one right here, they cannot use a state court judgment in federal court. This is what they were trying to say. They pulled this up. So I help people. And the reason why I love that they try to get me with this because I helped a lot of people get off gun cases with the Rooker-Feldman doctrine. A state court judgment cannot be used in federal court. So when gun cases go federal, it's from a state court judgment. Does that make sense?
Well, okay.
Rooker-Feldman doctrine, you can't use that.
Damn,
that makes sense?
What the fuck? But they do it anyway just because they're banking on you not knowing.
Not knowing. Because your attorney, you don't understand.
They play by the state.
Attorney means to turn over renter goods. They're not lawyers, they're attorneys. There's a difference. These are attorneys.
What's the difference? Explain that.
Attorney is the turnover. They're a spy for the court.
Okay.
A lawyer is a layman that puts things in layman's terms and simplifies it for you.
Either way, you don't want neither of them.
A lawyer is cool.
A lawyer is cool?
Yeah, not all lawyers have bar cards. And then there is private attorneys. And then I just put other case law, Mothers Against Drunk Driving versus State of Oregon. The court stated that even if a state official is acting in accordance with state laws, they can still be held accountable for violating constitutional protections.
Wow.
Canton versus Harris. A municipality can be liable if its policies or customs causes a deprivation of constitutional rights.
So you have real success getting people off gun cases.
Yes.
That is insane,
Yes.
bro. You know how many people are going to follow you from this platform?
Yes.
It's insane. All right. So how long do you think it would take though? Like, let's say they start, they join your school. You know, we seen you got a school now.
Correct.
I seen you got about 400 something members paying. I think it was like $50 or something a month. I did the math. I was like, man.
Then I got other courses in there that you have to pay for. Yeah. I've been living good.
That's dope. No, that's good.
I sell books. I do a lot of shit.
Your education's worth it. Honestly, it's worth a lot more.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So,
thank you.
Yeah. No, for sure. But with the cases though, how long does it take for them to just get that out of their life?
It just depends. It just depends. So like a gun case I did in California, I did the paperwork for her. She did it for her son. He didn't want to do it, but she took it to the court. The paperwork, put it up there. They dismissed it same day. Dismissed it same day. Los Angeles, California. Yep.
Wow. Congrats on that. That's dope.
I did some here. They act like they was going to go to trial. Before trial day, they dismissed the case in Chicago.
Yeah. Did they file anything else previously to that, or did you just
just right then and there? And then ignore everything. If they send you something in the mail, it's not certified mail. Black your name out, because if your name's a business, they can't print it in public printing anyways. They can't put it in put it in publications. Right. That makes sense if you own your name or trademark your name.
I kind of want to explain that because I read that in the book, and I kind of want to dumb it down a little bit, and maybe if I miss something, tell me. But basically, you taking the name on how they use it in all caps, the straw man.
Correct.
And you're owning it.
Now you control it.
Now that I'm taking ownership of that straw man name, now you can't say that I owe anything.
Because listen, in America, everything they're doing is tricking you to give your rights over to a corporation.
Right. Yeah.
That's it. The corporation can now act on your behalf. So a person can never come liable because it's all about not having liability.
You don't want any
liability. So ain't no judge, nobody's going to come and sign an affidavit against you. Because in commerce, it takes an affidavit to start anything. If you get a court case, somebody has to file an affidavit.
Okay, right. To open up the case.
Correct.
Yeah.
So nobody in a higher ranking position is going to fill out an affidavit against you. They send billing statement.
Right. I was about to say, in child support, it wasn't even no affidavit. It's a statement for real. It was right.
It's a statement. Yeah. You have to rebuke the statements though.
Wow. Yes. That's how you do it.
It's called unrebuted affidavit stands as truth in commerce, or stands as judgment in court
until challenge.
Until challenge, yes.
Right. So this is honestly probably one of the best ways that I've heard it, because you're getting it like just right in the beginning.
And then file the taxes and the GSA bonds.
Wow. Wait, as well as the...
Yes, I go along with the case. I always say I'm a foreigner. I fill out something. I change the tax status because the court is a tax. It's a tax court. These are all contracts. That's why I asked you, do you understand? Because it's a contract. It means you stand under. You have to make a plea bargain. Plea means to beg. Please. A bargain, right? A clerk. That clerk handles money. When you look up the word bank, it means a seat on which a judge sits. That's the real definition of bank.
Are you using banks? Because I've seen you hold a lot of money in that safety deposit box.
I use trustees. Trustees,
okay.
If that makes sense.
With trustees, is that the same thing, but just different?
Yeah. I got people that move money for me. Put it like that.
Okay.
Look at the definition of the term bank.
So a bank is a court.
A bank is a court. That's an official bank. That's why every court has a clerk. What do clerks do?
handle the money.
Yes, every clerk is a CPA, certified public accountant.
Wow.
They're moving securities on your name. What they're doing is securitizing your agreements. It's the same thing that they do with mortgage-backed securities, asset-backed securities. It's the same thing. You become a private investor and you never know it. You're making a government, you've heard of government contracts? That's what you're doing when you go to court. They're just creating a government contract.
So do you advise people to pay for appearances?
I don't go to, I do know, you don't need to make appearances. The appearances is the paperwork. Once you get your paperwork established, you do not have to go because it's an invitation. Once you get in there, you're under their jurisdiction.
Yeah.
You got to understand they use the postal system because it's backed by gold still. That's real money to give you the invitation. But I'm telling you, if there's not a certified mail, you don't know who it's coming from. You don't know who sent that letter. So you're just going on blind faith.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So with the gold, like, do you feel, and shout out my boy, Crypto Bully. Do you feel like it's necessary to have like gold backed dollars and all those?
Yeah, you need gold and silver, correct. Yeah.
Gold and silver. How do you get, they got silver back too?
No, I buy silver. I actually
Just
got
like
real
coins?
silver. Yeah, coins. I print my name on the shit. So you know it's mine, yeah.
Wait. Okay, but explain that though. So like you feel like we need to have gold dollar bills and just coins, pennies, nickels,
yeah, because that's real money. And you see gold, the price of gold is $4,000 an ounce now, ain't it? It's up there.
So the dollar, like the $100 bills, we don't need those.
No, not really. Fiat currency. Now, invested in something, it's still good to have money.
Right, of
I'm
course.
saying, no, I don't care what anybody says. I still use cash. Cash is king.
Yeah.
There was a hurricane in I think it was last year in Georgia, and the power went out. You can only get gas if you had cash on you. When you couldn't gas up.
Yeah. Because Post Malone was saying that something about when the world figures out what the government's going to do, basically they're going to shut down all the banks. That's what Post Malone said. He said they're going to shut down all the banks. The internet's going to go down. Nobody's going to be able to access all the money, and you better have some cash on you.
I believe it.
Yeah.
So I'm still with the cash, but use it to serve you. That's all I use it for. Use it to serve you.
Right.
I know how to get cash. It's easy for me. I'm a cash kid in my budget.
So what does wealth look like to you? Because I see that you went from homeless to now you owning land. So what's wealth mean to you though?
So at first you would think that would be wealth, but to me at this point in time is wealth, health is wealth, and then having the right people around you.
Yeah.
I've been through. This sounds crazy. I don't like to talk about it, but I've been through a lot of women since being Don Kilam. So just the right woman would be wealth to me, or the right women. But having the right team and the right people in your life, to me, that's wealth. Doesn't matter what you have, because I feel like if it's not adding to your life, it's taken away. So I like to donate or invest and spend my prosperity or fiat currency on people that mean the most to me, what I mean? That help me in life. So
that's real.
The children and the baby mama gotta help them. That's a mandatory. But everybody else, I like having the right people in my life.
So even though you got off child support, you still support those kids?
Oh, she lucky. I still give her money. I said, look,
you do.
They told you $339 a month, girl. I give you $500 a week, goddamn, or whatever it may be. But we back on good terms. I had to actually do some private stuff I took my children on the court. And so when they try to identify my kids with birth certificates and stuff, I set up something called a baby land deed. When they try to figure out how much money I make, I did an affidavit and told them I get fringe benefits and stipends from my unincorporated association, a private trust. I make $1 a year.
And you can prove it.
All that you don't have to prove it.
Oh, yeah, right.
You just give them an affidavit. It's signed, stamped up. I got 2 witnesses.
Wow.
Who can go against that?
Right. In court, right.
Yeah, nobody. Right. You can't. Everything in court is voluntary information. Everything in the public system is voluntary information. Right. You don't have to tell them anything. You can't force me to tell you how much money I make.
The Fifth Amendment, right.
Yeah, it's that simple.
Yeah.
And when you're under unincorporated associations, you're under a church, that's between you and God. It ain't between you and nobody. That's between you, me, and God. How much God make us stir, I'm taking.
That's dope as fuck. Hell yeah. So where, outside of all of the education that you putting out, I kind of want the people to know, what was the case that you were fighting that made you learn all this shit? So when I was 17, $56 worth of damage to a car happened, and they charged me with a felony. $56? Yeah,
and I was born white on the record. My birth certificate says white. They switched it to black. They gave me 7 years.
You are kind of black, bro.
My dad,
when I looked at
my dad is considered black, but on my birth certificate it says white.
They gave you the impasse, bro.
Right. So they labeled me black, and I didn't understand that black is 3/5 of a person in law. And,
what does that mean?
Under the Constitution, 3/5 of a person. It takes 3 people to make one person as a black. You have no right to be in black in law. You are civilly dead. Civil leader mortuus is what it's called.
What?
You are civil and legally dead if you claim you're black in law. Black scientifically means death.
Bro, this is gonna go viral. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So when they put black on these arrest records and all that
Yes.
shit, it's
And
like
so-
you ain't shit.
So with the child support, like I just helped my brother, he's suing them for defamation of character because not only did they call him
goddamn
black,
right.
they labeled him a non-custodial parent,
NCP.
and that means that you're guilty of something.
Yeah, and an obligor, they call you all type of shit.
So we're doing defamation of character, and suing them with along with making him pay the child support.
Wow, man. That's insane. I'm definitely gonna lock in with you on that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Cause it's like, and I say this all the time, man, and that's how I know like God really be looking out for me, bro. Cause it's like, you ever notice that once you feel like you know everything, you find somebody that just you don't know shit.
That's
like,
how it
God be
happens.
like, bro, you don't know shit. I be walking around this motherfucker like, man, I be trying to help somebody out, woo, woo. Like, and I do, you know, cause I do know some, you know, that got me where I got, but. I'm like, damn, I'm sitting next to you. I don't know shit, bro.
It's all
I don't
good.
know
It's all
shit,
good,
bro.
man.
I gotta join the school, bro.
Look, join it, man. School.com/Don Kilam. That's SKOOL.com/DONKILAM.
Yeah, and the rap. So what are you doing with the rap, though?
Well, shit, I've been in the music game. Like I was just talking to my brother here. When I was homeless, I'm in Atlanta. There's other homeless people sleeping in studios and shit.
Okay.
I'm homeless. I'm in a studio session. They're making the beat for the called The Box by Roddy Ricch.
Yeah.
Then he did something for Kanye West and Gucci Mane. I'm like, I'm homeless and then seeing all this stuff. But that just gave me keep dreaming. You know,
Wow,
and
yeah,
stop,
being
don't
around
stop. Yeah, because you're around it. You're homeless and you ended up in these situations. So a situation occurred. I'm trying to sell services, but I don't have no assets at the time. So people don't want to listen to me.
Yeah.
So, but a situation did happen where he's like, a couple months go by, he's like, brother, I need your help. Push comes to shove, I need you. He's buying his mother's medicine. He's out of money. And he's going through a foreclosure process. I can't say who he is. He's a Grammy award-winning rapper. Put it like that.
How you not gonna say it?
So
bro,
I
bro?
can't because it's non-disclosure. I can't put his business out.
Okay.
You don't want people knowing his house to go to foreclosure.
No, right, that's broke.
Gave him the paperwork. He said, just take the mortgage flag off my paperwork.
Oh, bro.
Got him out of foreclosure.
Wow.
Got rid of the mortgage, everything.
Just like that.
Just like that.
So what? The house? So that's his shit.
It's his shit. Yes.
Damn.
Yup. You gotta understand, all debt is prepaid.
So they can't take your homes. They can't take your cars if you do it right.
If you do it, because you gotta understand, when you get a mortgage, think about it. They're foreclosing on a property, right?
Yeah.
What happened to the land? Y'all not even worried about the land no more.
They just worried about the.
If you own the land, can they foreclose your property?
Goddamn no.
Come on now. It's that simple.
Wow. But hold on, because I try to take him to the music and you go back over there. No. So you learned that with the
Yeah, my bad.
in the box. No, you're passionate, bro. You're passionate, bro, and that's how.
But
that's
yeah,
how
I know
you that
everybody.
it's
So
not a fraud.
Kevin,
You can tell it's not a fraud.
you can look at other people, some people that might not get upset. You know what I'm saying? I'm tapped in with Cash Money Records with my boy Gotti.
Oh, that's what's up. Salute to bro.
So they shut down my other page. So everybody didn't hit me up. So Waka Flocka hit me. Remember I was trying to get Waka's back? Waka Flocka just hit me up. I'm tapped in with everybody. Kevin Gates fuck with me too. I got his number directly.
Unc don't fuck with Kevin Gates, bro. He called him Kevin Gay.
I don't know about any of that. I don't get down like that.
No, that's what he said though. That Unc.
When you fuck with Waka, that's my guy too. You know what I'm saying? Waka Flocka. I'm tapped in with everybody.
You gotta tap in with bro. No, I want Unc to tap in with you, bro. We gotta set that up.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that.
You could shed some light over there. I
see what he do. You know,
Yeah.
St. Louis is where I first became homeless at. St. Louis.
Wow.
Dangerous motherfucking
St.
city.
Louis, though?
Well, I was staying in North County.
Okay.
But when some shit went down, me and my baby got into it. I went to O'Fallon Park, which is West Florissant and Pope. The worst. Y'all waking me up every fucking hour on the hour. Gunshots. Motherfuckers getting shot up. Motherfuckers getting killed. I'm a light-skinned motherfucker. I'm not trying to go through this shit.
They call it backdoor city. Is it really backdoor city?
Yes. They will fuck your bitch.
Yeah, like that?
They can't wait to fuck your bitch.
Yeah, man.
But I was scared to sell weed out that motherfucker. But that was my hustle. I sold weed out there.
Yeah, okay.
And then I started working for this plasma center. I started reading people's charts and the numerology. I do numerology and shit.
Yeah, me too.
And that's when I started getting comfortable and then started doing the phones.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why you in astrology too. You in numerology.
Yeah.
What do you feel about GG33?
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Gary, the numbers guy?
No, I don't know him. I'm a follower of self anyway.
No, that's dope though. But I don't know. I'm just
man.
saying these are people that are aligned with the
That's
same
what's
thing.
up. That's what's up. Well, I don't want you to know who
Google.
So look, I'm not gang affiliated, by the way. Just want y'all to know I'm a Moor.
GG33 is a guy.
So no, listen, I'm a Moor. Let me continue. I'm a Moor. All right, we fuck with everybody, right? But I did learn numerology from the GDs. It was an old head from the growth and development. 7 + 4 = 11. That's God body. That's not only you a god, you create other gods. But 1 + 1 is 2, and terrible 2. So if you take us there, we're gonna. But 7 is spiritual knowledge. 7 is spiritual, and 4 is knowledge. So spiritual knowledge, 7 + 4 together. That's where I learned numerology from.
Bro.
The GDs. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah.
So this is GD?
No, 7 4 is their numbers.
Right, no, I know 7 4. But
Listen,
make it with
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's 7.
letter, yeah.
7 4. GD. Growth and development, not gangster disciples either. But a lot of these, because you gotta understand, they came under the Moors. Like, you can see me tapped in.
So the GD started from the Moors?
Larry Hoover was a Moor. Jeff Fort was a Moor. You know, I'm gonna show you just to verify my claims. It might be on my page. But I know Larry Hoover Jr. I done bumped into him. Larry Hoover Jr., that's Fred Hampton Jr. right there.
Insane.
I done sat down with all these guys.
When you were locked up, that's how you made those connections? Or?
No, I made that connection here in Chicago at the with DC Young Fly. I actually met Larry Hoover Jr. the day my mom died.
That's dope.
Crazy shit.
Well,
but
not that.
But I got when I was locked up, that's when I started fucking with GDs. That's when I learned that they wasn't I just don't want people in the public to take this shit the wrong way. They are it's a brotherhood. It's not a gang. That's not what I seen. You understand?
What GDs is over here is not. I
don't know what's going on in the streets. So when I was locked up, they used to pay me to type up paperwork and stuff, and I seen a brotherhood. You know what I mean? So that's what I seen, and they made me read knowledge.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So you're not familiar with like a lot of the GDs like that were coming up in Chicago, like FBG Duck and them?
Nuh-uh.
Not at all.
Nuh-uh.
King Yellow.
I know the
like
Moors.
You don't want to know them?
I will know them, you know what I mean? Yeah,
man.
But I don't know about the beef shit. They taught me knowledge.
We don't want to get into beef. I don't condone the beef. I don't condone the beef.
I don't know them as a gang because, on TV, they try to say this shit's a gang.
But the thing is that, bro, I'm in the hood with the people that be in the hood, bro, and we don't get taught this, bro.
Because you need to be around the old heads. The old heads teach this.
For real?
I was around the old heads that taught me this. This was part of their literature.
Wow.
Yes, the same way with the Moors. We have a whole literature.
Numerology.
Who made you? Yes. Who made you? Allah.
No fucking way.
Where's the closest place you can find Allah? In your heart. We were taught this literature. What are slave terms were given to us over here in America? Negro, colored folk, Ethiopian, African, and niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's the slave terms.
Yeah. Because
the government owns that shit.
And okay, so basically, what I want the people to get out. Where are you at right now? Oh man, we're doing amazing. So we need people to start creating their entity from their names, the ownership of your name, ownership of your family.
Correct.
Create your Bibles, your terms, what you live by, putting your things in trust accounts, right?
Correct.
Man, this is a lot of shit.
Entitled to nobility.
It's gonna take me a long time to do this, bro.
No, it's
How long
not.
is it gonna take me to do this?
Not
if
long
I sign
at all.
up today.
You sign up today. I mean, it depends on where you're at. Get around the people. It took me. I made my name a business. I understood it in a matter of no time. The homie right here, he's beat cases with making his name a business. I don't know how long it took him to understand it, but he was just watching me. He applied the shit.
I just don't want the people watching to get unmotivated from all the education.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes behind it. See, I've been doing this for 17 years.
Wow.
So damn 20 years. But yeah, it's a lot. But start small. Just understand, have a business mentality. And when you start learning about business and creating a business, you're going to do what you have to do to protect that business.
Yeah.
So you have to understand you are the business. In America, you are the product.
Yeah, wow.
That's as simple as
Best
that.
thing I can say is fall in love with the journey of doing it. Don't expect to get from A to B
Correct.
away.
It's nothing getting fixed. You have to put in work.
Yeah.
And then get around private families and private individuals that build wealth.
Well, man, I think I want to close it right there, bro. They got to pay for the rest of the
That's
shit,
it, man.
Like, I definitely want you guys to tap in. Go where what's the school?
It's school.com/Don Kilam, SKOOL.com/DONKILAM. The Instagram is Don Kilam_legacy.
Man, just like that, bro. Don Kilam in the building. Appreciate you
Yes,
stepping
sir,
on the
man.
couch,
Yes,
man.
sir.
It's official, bro.
Peace and love, Chicago.
Yes, sir.